There are 11.4 million undocumented individuals who are not being accounted for in this country due to the fact that they do not meet the strict requirements imposed by the current immigration system. This immigration system is exclusive in the fact that it only grants a certain number of individuals legal status in the country if they meet their expectations and the requirements. The LGBTQ community are only a handful of the individuals who are not able to obtain legal status in the country due to the fact that they do not meet the strict requirements imposed by the current immigration system. Family-based visas do not acknowledge the committed relationships of the LGBTQ community, therefore excluding them from the amount of individuals that are able to obtain legal entry in this country through those visas. In addition to this further reinforces ideals of heteronormativity and marginalizes these individuals even more. Individuals who are not granted legal status in the country are often abused and mistreated by members of society, as threats of deportation may arise from individuals in their lives. Women are most vulnerable or susceptible to different forms of abuse as they rely on male figures to petition for them for family-based visas, and they also rely on them for general knowledge about the country in which they live in. Although there are resources made available to women, there are barriers that impede them from gaining access to these self-support services, such as the VAWA Act. The VAWA Act allows for abused spouse or child of a U.S. citizen or lawful permanent resident or an abused parent of a U.S. citizen to self-petition for a lawful status. In other words, they won't rely on their spouse for a lawful status in the country, and also provides them with resources and means to escape the violence which they are subjected to. There are barriers that impede these individuals from gaining access to those self-support services. These barriers include, but are not limited to, cultural, language barriers, and lack of awareness of these resources. This is a feminist issue as it reinforces systems of repression that restricts the level of autonomy these individuals have over major life choices and safety. Despite accounting for 11.4 million of the population, their needs are being ignored. As a society, we need to overlook the strict requirements proposed by the current immigration system and propose realistic and accessible requirements that would essentially grant a legal status to the millions of individuals in the country who are not being accounted for.